going? Hey guys, I miss you. I wish we were reading this book together. I wanted to pick up where we left off and do some reading. Actually, Charlie's in here too. Where is it? Can you? Yeah, Charlie wanted to hear the book too. So Charlie's gonna sit with us today and we are gonna do some things. First thing I wanted to talk to you about is where we left off, what page we're gonna be on. Let me scoot this over here so you can see it. Okay, so we're gonna take off and we're gonna kind of pick up and do some things. We're gonna start off, we are gonna be on page 180, but as you're listening, if you have your book with you at home, awesome. If not, don't worry. You can just listen to what I'm gonna do. We're gonna talk about some literal and non-literal meanings, and you guys are gonna have to do some inferencing to think about what these phrases and these words mean. As I go along, we're gonna talk about point of view, kind of like the perspective of each character. And we're also going to do a little bit about thinking of a thought question just for you guys. We're not going to do any quizzes this week with Ivan. We're not going to do any writing yet until we get comfortable with this, but I do want to continue the book and kind of talk a little bit more because I know you're dying to hear what happens, because you know we have our character Mac that we do not like right now. So as you're reading, there's going to be a phrase that pops up and it says, Bob keeps a low profile around Mac. You know we love Bob. Bob is the hilarious dog. So when I get to that part, we're going to talk about that for a minute. There's a word on page 185, incompetent. We're going to think about that one too. And you're going to hear the word plotting a couple of times in the story. So I want you to think about what that means as well. And then our thought question today is going to be, what do you think Ivan's plan is? Come here, Charlie. Come here, Charlie. Come here, Charlie. Come here. Come on. Come on. Oh, Charlie. Come here. Come here, Charlie. Come on. Go on out. Okay. Charlie, you got to move. Charlie, you can't be here. Okay. Try it. Lay down. There you go, buddy. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start out here. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. Okay. I'm going to start out here on page 180, and the last we left Ivan was where he kind of had gotten it in his head that he was desperate to keep his promise to Stella, and he's really wanting to make sure that he somehow, some way gets Ruby out of where they are. And we're going to hear a little bit about that today. So I'm on page 180 and the chapter is called Going Nowhere. So just listen to me. I watch Ruby plod around the ring in endless circles, going nowhere. More visitors have been coming, but not many. And Mac says Ruby's not picking up the slack after all. He says he's cutting back on our food, and he says he's turning off the heat to save money. That just really shows you Mac's whole view on the animals. He doesn't, you guys know he doesn't care. He just cares about the money. Ruby looks thinner to me, more wrinkled than Stella ever was. Do you think Ruby's eating enough? I ask Bob. I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing though. You're sure as heck painting enough, Bob wrinkles his nose. That stench is unbelievable. And I found yellow paint on my tail this morning. So we kind of think about it and we know that, remember, one way that Ivan's going to try to get out of there is by painting his pictures because he is an artist. Bob isn't happy about my night painting. He says it's unnatural. Un is a prefix. It means not natural. Because at night, you should be sleeping. And at night, Ivan is painting. Now, while I work on my art, Bob sleeps on Not Tag. He claims he prefers her because she doesn't snore. He says her belly doesn't rise and fall and make him seasick. What is this plan of yours anyway, Bob asks. If you explained it to me, I could help out. He gnaws on his tail. Maybe I could come up with something that doesn't involve, painting. I think it's because Bob is just kind of like, you know what, if you're not painting at night, that means I get a good night's sleep. can't explain it, I tell him. It's in my head, but I just can't get it right. And anyway, I'm almost out of supplies. I should have known I wouldn't have enough. I kick my tire swing. It's splattered with drops of blue paint. It's a stupid idea. So you can really tell right there that Ivan is starting to feel frustrated with what's happening, and all he really wants is to be able to keep his promise to Ruby, but he's really struggling with it. I doubt that, Bob says. Snelly, yes. Stupid, never. I'm gonna pause this for a minute because Cole is being a little bit loud, and I will be right back. Oh, no, we're good. Okay, next chapter is called Bad Guys. Most of the day I doze late in the afternoon. I'm gonna pause you for a minute, I'll be right back.